Some quick context on the Webnative app template. We've been working on this for several months now, and there was kind of two goals here. One was to sort of remove some of the Fission branding from the current Webnative experience of like, you go through this Fission auth lobby and it looks like you're like taken this other place and it's Fission and you're like, what is Fission? When an app developer end user, they want to control that sort of end-to-end experience for their individual users. And then the other thing that the Webnative app template was for what Jeff described as the hackathon experience. So of like a developer wants to build a decentralized application and store some stuff in IPFS, and where do they start, right? So we're going to replicate that hackathon experience right now, and we're going to see how fast we can possibly do that. So let me bring up my screen. There's my share screen button here. All right, here we go. Share screen. All right, can you guys see my screen? So imagine a scenario where you are at a hackathon and you wanted to actually build a web or this web native app thing. And so you have an idea for an application and you're thinking it's like IPFS stored photos. So you're like, all right, I made a logo in Flickr in my Figma and it's called Picker. And it's really familiar, but I'm going to store the photos somewhere else. So but you need to get started. So where do you get started? Well, you've heard about this thing from Fission called the Web Native App Template. So you go there and you see this, here's the GitHub repo, and you see this little green button that says use this template. And you're like, huh, what does that do? You click that and you're like, I'll call this thing Picker. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. Let's create the repository. Let's go ahead and start our timer to see how long this actually takes. All right, 2 seconds, 3 seconds in, generating my repository. Cool. Trying to get this thing stood up as fast as I can because I'm at a hackathon and I just want to like write code. And I don't want to waste time on like configuring.
Boilerplate.
Exactly. So I just cloned the repository locally. Let's go ahead and open it in VS Code. Let me see. I need to do an npm install. Probably an npm run dev as soon as that install completes. Maybe I probably also want to deploy this to Netlify. So like, I don't want to have to wait on deploys. So let's go ahead and import the project like right now. GitHub. Yeah, authorize. Sure. What did I call it? I called it Picker. All right. Yeah, Jess Martin, Picker. Sure. Whatever. I don't care. Deploy site. And all right, back over here. Is npm install done? Yes, it is. Oh, and the app's running. Cool. So what do I got? Well, I've got this thing, localhost 5173. Are you running? Come on. Oh yeah, the first time through Daisy UI takes a second to like load everything up. Oh, awesome web native app. Very cool. Yeah, and it looks like I'm already connected. Let me go through and disconnect real quick. That would not be the case normally. Let's go to IndexedDB and delete some databases. Boom. All right, cool. So, now I am in the state that a normal user would start out in, which is I can like go through this connect interface. But this doesn't look anything like Picker at all. So like, how do I customize this thing? Well, let's go through and we've got this thing called app info, a file here. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. My computer's like really groaning under all the stuff that's happening right now, including the screen share. All right, so let's see. I'm going to change the name. Let's put this over here so you guys can see things update as they happen. Change to this. It's now called Picker. We'll save it. And we'll say we're going to deploy this at picker-winfs.that. And my description, let me see, I wrote one over here. Your photos in the interplanetary file system. So let's go to that. All right, boom, that's done. Let's move this down so we can keep seeing our timer. Oh, we're 2.5 minutes in. Let's see, do we actually have a, look, it's called Picker. Cool, welcome to Picker. All this stuff is customized. I click connect here, connect to Picker. Okay, that's pretty nice. What else do I want to do to make this thing look like Picker? Well, I probably want to like replace the fave icon and maybe the logo and stuff. So let's see, how can I do that? Well, I already generated some assets. They're sitting right here. That would be for my logo, because that was the only thing I did on the plane was I spent time in in Figma, like building a thing. So let's just copy these on to this file right here. Yep, replace, 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 replace. All right, did I get everything? Maybe. Now let's go over here and refresh. Cool, we got like a little like fave icon now. That's awesome. All right, let's open the, maybe see if I can get the brand going. Wow, my computer's like really groaning right now. I'm not sure. Zoom must be really hammering me right now. All right, let's open that thing over here. Let's see, picker dots dot SVG small. Open that. Take your time, computer. Really, it's totally fine. We got all day. Ugh, it's like, is there anything I can quit? No, not really. Come on, man.
Zoom drops off.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, there we go. Okay. Apparently I was going too fast for VS Code. I was like, all right, so let's copy and paste that in, refresh that. Oh, now we've got a little icon. Sweet. So we have this picker icon. So this looks pretty good. I might even like say like, you know what? Some of the colors don't look exactly like Picker's colors. Like you go to Flickr, like their rounded corners look a little bit different. So like, let's make our rounded corners look like their rounded corners. Looks like 4 pixels instead of this like crazy big pixel thing. So we're using Tailwind. So you can just like copy in, you can just change all this stuff really easily in Tailwind by going to the Tailwind config. And I'm just gonna copy this entire thing and paste another one over the top of it, and refresh, and the UI refreshes. And there we go. Yeah, now we're using Flickr's colors. The rounding looks better. So it's looking more like Flickr, I mean Picker, every second. All right, and then let's go over to, let's see, is the site uploaded yet? Refresh Netlify. Cool, it's running. We can go. Nice. All right, well that worked pretty well. Let's go to domain settings and like change the name of this thing. Change site name. We're gonna call this picker-winfs and save that real quick. And then let's go over to, we made a bunch of changes, so let's just git commit all YOLO. Boom, and push that up, and that'll kick off a rebuild in Netlify real fast. Okay, what else do we want to do? Well, I mean, does this thing actually work? Let's see. So let me click connect, create a new account. Jess Martin 1 million. I've been doing a lot of testing lately. Hit register. Let me see. Do I have a file system? All right. And then, wow, this is cool. Like I can, wait, close that. Click continue. Says I want to connect a backup device, like a second account. All right, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. So I'm going to pull up my iPhone right now and let me see. Whoop. I got my iPhone here and let me see. I can like scan that little QR code. Okay. Let's see here. Cool. Localhost. Oh, crap. That's not going to work. I have to be on. This is why I need a Netlify. All right. So Netlify is going to deploy in just a second here. We will do backup linking on, what was it? Picker-1fs. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Netlify.app. Let's see if it's running. Sweet. And it all looks good too. All right. Create a new account. Jess Martin 1,000,001 and register. There we go. Scan this sucker. Boop. Continue. Back over to, oh, I hid QuickTime, didn't I? Come on. Oh no, I'd closed it. Silly monkey. All right, let me see. Let's see. Wait, Jess's iPhone. There we go. It's just going running slow. All right, connect the backup device. Here we go. Open net. Yes, picker netlify.app. There we go. Hey, here we go. 941-717. I'm sure somebody on their computer on this call right now was trying to scan that QR code before I did. But I won. I beat you, whoever you were. Yep, so I'm logged in as Just Martin 1,000,001. This is creating a local file system. Bam! I've got a file system in both places. This is pretty cool. All right, so apparently like this app already comes with the ability to like upload stuff. So like I could go to my downloads folder and upload this fine picture of Harrison Ford. Let's see, and then I can go to photos over here and refresh. And sweet, I've got Harrison. And then like, oh yeah, I can actually take photos over here too. Take a photo of my outdoors. This is what it looks like, by the way. I stand next to this door every day so I can look outside. It's really inspiring. Nature, trees, stuff like that. All right, there we go. There's my door. I can refresh over here. Cool. So we are 8.5 minutes in, and I have like a deployed application that is customized to at least a little bit look like Flickr, and I've got actual assets that like look like the whole thing. I was going to show off, like, it would take about 2 more minutes, but I noticed that we're 2 minutes past the hour. It would take about 2 more minutes to make the homepage of this, like clear all this stuff out and just put the gallery here. So it's pretty easy to quickly customize. So in under 10 minutes at a hackathon, you can be like rock and rolling, ready to go. And yeah, you got your files stored in IPFS. So you can like drop these in Discord. Let's see. Boop. Boom. There's a file in IPF. So real quick recap on like what have we actually looked at. In under 10 minutes, we have an app that has decentralized key-based auth. We can share those
passwordless,
passwordless. That's right. Passwordless key-based auth. We can share those keys between devices. So you can like connect from multiple devices. It has a really slick UX for auth that looks just like a 2-factor auth flow with like QR codes for scanning. There wasn't any scary base 64 stuff hitting me in the face. You can quickly, it has a shared IPFS backed file system with a simple mechanism for reading and writing to that. You can quickly deploy that static app to basically any static hosting platform. You notice that I just like slam clicked through everything in Netlify. I'm like, whatever, and it just worked. That'll work. That'll work, no problem. But also, this app has dark mode with like stored user preferences in WinFS. It has a familiar web framework in Svelte. It has no Fission branding involved. You never get slapped with a Fission logo, although the lobby is still lightly involved here. So this is a pretty great foundation for starting to build a decentralized application. So there we go, 10 minutes.